Yo, tips from a level 1 boxer. Number 1, prioritize water. Prioritize hydration. Like, make it, in the beginning, make it like your number 1 priority. Like, when you go to practice, when you're going to the gym, like, just really remind yourself that's going to be the biggest thing. Water is the most important thing, because last thing you want is for you to go to the class, you bust your ass, you're sweating, your mouth is dry. It's just a bad situation when you realize you have no water and then you got to drink out of the tap. Because I've done that. Like, I've went to the gym and I forgot my water. Like, I still do to this day. I'm still bad for it. So I just try to keep a water bottle in my book bag that I take with me to the gym, or I pre-make my water bottle and try to remind myself to grab it in the morning. It's just, you want to find a way to make sure you're bringing water with you every single time. And it's easier said than done, even though water is so easily accessible. And you'll survive. You'll get water afterwards, but it's just nice to have sips of water while you're training. That way you're not being distracted from a dry throat or, just thirst. Also, while you're training, don't train extensively. Don't train really hard, hitting the bag or something, and then go and then start gulping the water down, or drink a bottle of water in one sitting while you're at class. Because I'm gonna tell you why. That shit, if you go from hitting the bag to doing abs, or you go from doing mitts and then to jump roping, and you're drinking a bunch of water in between, too much at a time, it's gonna be shaking around in your stomach and you're gonna stomach ache. You know what I'm saying? It's different for everybody. It can make you nauseous, give you side stitches. We all know side stitches are that pain in your side when you're running, or when you jump roping or doing something. Just I wouldn't say just a little more than sips, you know what I'm saying? But just little, take little shots of water, periodically. Make a bottle of water last throughout the class. That way, you're not thirsty the whole fucking time, but you're also not, packed with a bunch of water and throwing it around in your stomach while you're trying to train. And then another tip I wanted to talk about is, when you first start going to boxing, don't be so eager to spar. Don't be so eager to spar. And that goes hand in hand with, also in boxing, do not ever judge a book by its cover. And for a lot of boxers, this is common sense. Because as a boxer, we've all been in front of a guy thinking yeah, I could definitely take him. And then you get in the ring with him and he overthrows you, either because he just found more shots, or he waited till you got tired and then he laid it on you. This happens all the time in boxing. Age is just a number. Be respectful. If you're a grown-ass man, don't beat on teenagers or beat on young guys. But at the same time, still respect them as a boxer. I learned that really quick, because I went on one sparring trip and they said the kid was 16, but he had 4 fights. I had no fights. I've been training for 6 months at this time. And I'm all right, I'm going to get in here. I'm going to spar with this kid, have a good time. But there was a crowd there. A lot of people watching. They were kind of like bouts. When you leave your gym, be ready for anything. Because if you pull up to another gym for sparring and it says bouts on that board, it's a unrecorded fight sometimes. So some guys show up for it. And I went toe-to-toe with this 16-year-old man, and he put it on me. Now, I watched the video back, and I did a lot better than I thought. And but in the heat of the moment, it's wild. Those first couple of hits he put on me, and then the way he came at me, he was like an animal, and I did not expect it. And from that point on, I respected everybody, and if somebody looks soft, it does not matter. But going back to my original point, don't be so eager to spar, because when you're getting in the gym, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna learn real fast that, yeah, you're gonna learn a lot in sparring, but you still want to chisel, you still want to define every little skill. You want to be technical. It's a science. You want to study, you want to train, so it's good to spar, But unless you're like getting ready to fight, or you need to like simulate that stress because you're wanting to fight, you know, just don't be so eager. Even if you want to fight, don't be so eager about it, you know, because you can easily get discouraged. You know, like if you go into the boxing gym and, you know, you see the guy sparring, it doesn't look that crazy because you're not in it. But, you know, you've been training for a while, you keep pressuring the coach, like, I'm trying to get in there, I'm trying to get in there. Eventually, he puts you in with somebody that you've been watching and you think you can take, but it's just different being in the ring with them. And then, you know, you come out strong because you're eager, you know, and he, you know, he feeds you the medicine, man. He shows you what's up. He puts his hands on you, and you get beat up. And then, you know, that for your first time sparring, you know what I'm saying? You don't want that to be your first kind of experience, because then if you can bring yourself to spar, every time you spar, everybody's a little nervous and they got butterflies before they do a lot of anything in boxing, but it's going to be like 10 times worse every time you spar. Like, that wasn't my first experience sparring, but the first time I sparred against somebody with a lot of experience and a couple fights under their belt, and, you know, they pummeled me because I came out strong. I was throwing a lot of shots, I got tired, and then they capitalized on it. And then this is my buddy though. We spar to this day, you know, because I'm going on a year of training. But every time I'm about to spar him, it's like that's in the back of my head, and like I'm suffering from anxiety. Like, it's hard to like get in the zone. Like, I have to get in there, throw a couple punches, take a couple punches, and then I'm in. But like, the feeling you get before you spar after that kind of experience, it's enough to make you shy away and be like, nah, fuck that, I'm not gonna spar. And then you think, okay, well, I'm just gonna train then and just get better and try again. But you have to have a healthy balance. Another tip too, before anything, like before you expect to like get better in the ring sparring, or like you expect to just like become a better boxer at all, running, you're gonna have to swallow that pill. You're gonna have to be running. That's my third and my final tip for this video, because it's a little longer than I wanted to be. But for your third tip, run. Prioritize running. You know, run every other day or run every day. I personally would like to run every day, but I think I burnt myself out, because I'll run every day, then I'll get tired of it, then I'll be like, all right, I'll take a day off, and then it snowballs, and then I'd like end up not running for a while. So I'm gonna get back on it, and I'm gonna start running every other day, at least a mile to begin with. You know, you'll see a difference in your cardio, in your training experience. You'll get less tired. Like, even without jogging and just pushing myself to do the boxing training, you know, you see difference. But jogging just makes everything easier, and it helps build that foundation and push you through that threshold of not getting so tired while you're training or while you're sparring. And then I just have one comment, and then I'm gonna end the video here. You can train on the bag all you want, you know, without getting tired. You know, you can do all the running that you want, but when you get into a fight, it's good to hard spar once in a while, and it's good to spar, but don't be like eager to do it. You know what I'm saying? Do it smartly. You know, spar respectfully. You know, because you're not fighting in the gym. You're fighting at an event, right? So just communicate. But no matter how much training you do outside of that, when you get in the ring with another guy who does it a little more than you, you're going to get more tired than him. At first, you're going to get more tired than him. So, you know, if you want to get better at sparring, you know, respectfully, just, you know, like I said, communicate. Don't be eager to do it. Respect everybody. Don't underestimate nobody. Don't judge nobody. Don't judge a book by its cover. And you're always going to get, like, it's different. You got two different tanks. You got a tank for training, and then you got a tank for fighting. You know, you can train, you can get in shape, but to get in fighting shape, you have to fight. You know, so there's a difficult balance that you have to find there. But if you're thinking about doing it, just jump into it. You know, that's the best thing you can do, is just jump into it. You know, and just let it mold you. But, you know, just accept guidance. You know, listen to other guys that have been doing it longer. You know, listen to them. You know, because everybody's there to help you in the boxing community. Everybody, because anybody in the boxing community like they're there, you know. So if you're there, you have to be there. You might not understand what I'm saying, but it's like it's different, you know. Like there's no bullshit in the boxing world, you know. There's no bullshit, because it's like when it comes down to it, to training or sparring or fighting, it's like it's man on man, you know. Like it's not about who gets the last word. It's about who's the better boxer. So just keep all that in mind, you know, and don't be scared or intimidated of boxing, you know, but respect it. Okay, have a good day.